thank you very much for attending this webinar, how to find 7 ways on how to find and attract the right man. I'm just going to quickly just move on to the next slide. So on this webinar, you're going to discover 7 ways on how to find and attract the right man. And there's going to be more information on there for you as well. Now, I'm assuming that you're a professional single woman and you may have been choosing and dating the wrong men in the past and you have no idea why. Now, we're going to be covering so many reasons that may make you just realize, actually, I need to do some different things in order to achieve that. So why did we decide to hold this webinar? Well, what I've realized is that with webinars, you can serve and you can provide valuable information on a global basis all over the world. As I've just mentioned, we've got somebody there from Miami, and it just made sense just to give you some exciting tips, let you know what we're about and what we're trying to achieve here, and also give you information about a fantastic event that we're holding very shortly as well, to invite you guys along, even the one in Miami if she wants to jump across as well, but to actually show you that, take that to the next level. And I asked you also, why do you honestly think that you're single, when I asked that in a questionnaire? And thank you so much for your answers, and most of the answers were very, very different as well. So this is what we're going to be covering. Excuse me a sec, the question pane has decided to get in the way there. Right, so we're going to be covering how to recognize when Mr. Right is introduced to you and how to take things at the right pace. And then the second one, we are going to be covering how not to scare off a man with unrealistic expectations. Third one, how to make sure you choose the right man leading up to Christmas in a 12-week plan. How to find out from the first date whether he's compatible with your values, beliefs, and goals. How to give yourself the best possible chance in dating by not making any more mistakes or by choosing the wrong men, and start to find the right man for you. Number 6, how to take advantage of every situation whenever you meet a man you are attracted to, and you know the ones that you subtly come across and you never see him again. Whether that's on the tube, or he's walking towards you, or he's down the aisle in a supermarket, you know the ones I'm talking about. And I've had experience that with women. Believe me, us men do go through that as well. We don't say it, and those situations, you always never see that person again for the rest of your life. And how to let go of any unresolved issues you may have that have been preventing you from attracting the right man, and start to live a more positive life, enabling you to find the love of your life as well. And then finally, we're going to reveal the confirmed date of our full-day seminar and how you can get your tickets first of all. So, without further ado, I'm just going to introduce to you to a lovely person called Nova Celli, who is an NLP master practitioner and also a NLP practitioner and also a dating consultant. So I'm not going to say any more. I'm going to let her come on and introduce herself and take over for the presentation. Nova, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Hello everyone.
Hello, Nova. Say hello to Nova, everybody.
Hello. Can anyone hear me? Can everyone hear me properly, actually?
Let me just
Can you just say yes?
Yeah. Not literally say yes, but...
Yeah. Can you write yes?
Okay, let me just find out. Okay. Can everybody hear Nova? Just type in a yes, please.
Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
The worst thing is talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Can you hear Nova? Can someone just type in yes?
Can you hear me properly? Hello, hello.
Somebody said yes. Yep, yes, they can.
Brilliant. Super.
Okay, Nova, over to you, my dear.
Thank you very much, Des. Thank you very much for attending our webinar. I'm very glad to be here with you tonight. My name is Nova Celli. As you can hear, I'm French. And if you can't understand me, so please give me a shout. Not that I can do anything about it, but at least Des and Geneviève can step in. I've been a dating consultant for Elect Club for over 4 years now. Elect Club is a dating agency. It's one of the biggest one in UK. And my role really is to meet single eligible professionals who are looking for a long-term relationship. So I have a consultation with them, try to get to know who they are and what they are looking for. And at the end of the consultation, I can tell them if I can help or not, if we have the kind of people they are looking for. And then if yes, I pass them on the matchmakers who will find them their perfect match. So I've been doing this for 4 years now, and I had a break in between. When I actually joined Elect Club, I saw that all the consultants had a NLP master practitioner, so neuro-linguistic programming master practitioner. Seems a bit barbarious. For those who don't know what it is, basically the best definition I can give is the study of human excellence. And it really helps you. I thought it will help me for Elect Club and like meeting people, but actually helped me a lot for myself as well. Understand my limiting beliefs, understand who I was, and it really replaced the counseling sessions I was having before, because counseling you can understand why, the root of your problems, but you can't really know how to deal with them and how to improve them. So NLP really helped me in my jobs, as you can imagine. It's very powerful. A lot of, sorry if I am talking too quickly. Previously, a lot of people asked me like how I ended up being a dating consultant. Sorry, Des?
Yep.
I can't change the slides.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Okay.
See?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So previously, oops.
Sorry, one second. That's all right. There you go.
Voila, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So in my previous life, I was a teacher. Started off as a primary school teacher, and I quickly realized that I didn't want to do this. I chose to be a teacher because I wanted the security and I wanted to have free time, all for the wrong reasons, and I'm very ashamed now. So as I said, I quickly realized that it wouldn't be for me, and I did what most lost people would do in that case. It's to travel. I started to travel the world, and in my traveling I became a serial dater. So it was a long time ago, about 15 years, and it was a way for me to, online dating was a way for me to meet people and to meet foreigners, to be in touch with the rest of the world, and I really enjoyed it. I met brilliant people. I wasn't looking for a relationship at that point, but I met brilliant friends, and it was for both at that time. And I ended up in New Zealand in my traveling, and I work for a website, a dating website called Badoo. It's the equivalent of Plenty of Fish, if you know. And Badoo really changed my my whole perspective of online dating, because I had such a great experience. And in Badoo, I was dealing with complaints, so it was really the dark side of online dating, and so lots of people stealing profiles, lots of married men and married women looking for a fling, lots of scams, people looking to take money out of you. A lot of spams, people trying to sell you something, or really it was really an eye opener, and I understand how scary it was and how you have to follow a process really when you are online. And so I was in New Zealand at that time, met a Scottish boy, way younger than me, but I guess, looking backward, I met him for a reason. I ended up in Scotland because of him, or thanks to him, and that's why I'm here now. Basically, I arrived in London about 5 years ago, and I basically started to look for a job when I was in London and found an ad on Gumtree, and that's how I became a dating consultant. So this is my story. So let's start on how to attract the right man, because it's a big question, and you are all looking for answers. Just before this slide, I would like to talk about 2 scenarios. One scenario is you meet someone that you like, and it's all great. You hit the roof straight away, and you live happily ever after. So sometimes, some people hit straight away the right man, and it's brilliant. The second scenario is you meet someone, and it's brilliant at the beginning, and you have the chemistry, and it's all going fine, and you're happy for a while. And just to realize that further down the line, this guy doesn't match your expectations, or you just feel deceived. As I said, it didn't match your expectation. So you have those 2 scenarios. Unfortunately, the first one is very rare, and the second one is much more happened to all of us. And I would like to know actually who has experienced this, who has experienced, that you've met someone, you thought it was the right one, but it didn't work out because it didn't match your expectation. Would you like to say yes?
Yeah, there's quite a few that have said yes, yes, yes. My last boyfriend, someone said. Yep, yep. Oh yes, somebody says. I'm not going to say your names. I met a guy that was someone said I met a guy that was absolutely lovely, but something was lacking. Yes, 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 yes. But more than often, they lied about who they were.
Yeah, it happened. It really happens to everyone, and it happened to me. It happened to most of people. But well, I have a good news for you, to all those people that it happens. Although this second scenario may seem inevitable, we actually have a lot more control on the kind of relationships we attract. We have much more control than we realize, actually. And all the pain that is involved in the hit and miss process of finding the right partner can really be alleviated. The only thing that you need to do, really, and that's why that will be my big title, is know what you want. You really need to know what you want specifically. And it's really crucial, and I really emphasize on this, it's really crucial to have a clear idea in your mind of who you want to be with before you put your energy into finding someone. Just even before you think of going into dating. And because the reason why is because if you don't know what you want, how would you know that you've met the right person? And if you don't know what you want, most of the time you can attract anyone. And to relate that to me, for example, as a teacher, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted the security. I knew I wanted to have free time, like to do other things on my free time. And I ended up being a teacher, but further down the line, it didn't make me happy. And that's really the analogy that I can find for this. So, so my first point will be write down your list of criteria. Why is this? Because it becomes more real. You know, it's really when you, I know it sounds very unromantic, but it's like a business. So when you start a business, you write your list of criteria of what you want to achieve and where you want to go and what you want, basically. It's the same for a house. We just bought a house, and we had to know exactly what we wanted to attract the right house. So everything becomes real when you write it down. It also helps you determine what's really important to you in a partner, and it gives you the opportunity to reflect on your own core values, because you need to know yourself as well, so you can match your personality with the right partner. And also in this list, there is no right or wrong, because your list is unique to you. So let's start, and that's what I do usually. Not yet, please.
Sorry.
Thank you. So let's start, because we are here to learn. If you could grab a piece of paper and a pen. By the way, that's what I do with all our potential members at Elect Club. That's the first step. Know what they want. Know what you want specifically. So if everyone has a pen and paper. Oui?
Yep, they're all saying yes.
Fantastic. So if you take a deep breath, close your eyes, and think about your perfect partner, this perfect, blissful relationship you're looking for, and jot down a list of 10 qualities that you're looking for in your perfect man. So it's 10 qualities personality-wise. And don't think too much. Let your heart talk rather than your head. If you could write down some of the qualities in the box.
Intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Articulate.
Mm-hmm.
Supportive.
Very good.
Kindness, emotional intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Funny, intelligent, creative, fit, honest. A leader, sexy.
Fit. Okay. Be careful to just concentrate on the personality first. As fit, I understand, it may be a bit physical somehow, but maybe healthy, or use something that is really stick to the personality first.
Oh. Generous, happy.
Brilliant.
Optimistic.
Once you've done that,
Yep.
It's to choose the most important value, the most important trait that is important for you. So most important one at the top.
Trustworthy, a giver, kind to others, confident. We can go over we could reflect on these at the end. I can list these at the end as well with the Q&As as well. Fantastic.
Fantastic. So once you've done the first one, then you do the second one, the second most important, and then you do the third one. We can't really challenge you on this now because it's a webinar. But usually at Elect Club in the consultation session we try to challenge you a little bit more. So once you have your three big personality traits, that's very important because they represent your core values. And after this, what you do, can you go to the next one? Yeah. we have to do a reality check. So look at your list again once you have once you've done all the above. Do a reality check, and I would like you to put a star beside the qualities you don't have. That you don't have personally. I know that's quite a tricky question. Has anyone put a star beside any qualities?
Passionate. I believe I have all of them. LOL. Only the one, confident.
Fantastic. So you know, if you have all of these qualities, that's very good. Now, if you think that you are lacking confidence or passion, and these are the qualities that you are looking in someone else, that's very important that you build up these qualities in yourself, within yourself. Because if you have these qualities, then you will attract someone else who has them as well. So that's important to do this because of the law of attraction, basically. I hope it makes sense.
Yeah.
Some people, some people are looking to fill a gap, basically. They are looking for qualities they don't have in someone else, and that creates a very unhealthy and balanced relationship. So make sure you build up the qualities you don't have if you want them in someone else. And then the last one. Before the last one, actually, I'm just going to add something. No, that's okay, Des. Thank you. You've done that for the personality. You can do this for the physical side as well, because I think that's important. You have the attraction and to be with someone that you're attracted to. So you can do this later on with your in terms of physical criteria. Then the last point will be flexible. I know I just asked you to write a very thorough list of what you want. At the same time, make sure that you keep what's the most important for you. So meaning your core values, those important qualities, rather than really details like a few centimeters or like the color of the hair or anything else. So make sure you are flexible and you know your core values. So that was my very important point to attract the right man. Know what you want specifically. So to attract the right man, once you've defined what you wanted specifically, it's very important to make space. So you make space in your life. It means I'm not sure, everyone that knows me know that my Bible is The Secret, the book The Secret, written by Rhonda Byrne, and she talks about the law of attraction, and it's really if you haven't read this book, you need to because it's a mine of information about how to attract what you want. And there is a section on the relationship. There is a section about relationship, and she talks about a woman who has done a list. She's worked on herself, and she's ready for a relationship, but for some reason she can't attract the perfect partner. And she's talking to a friend, and and she's very puzzled because she's done everything that she could, and her friend said, well, maybe you need more time or blah blah blah. And so this woman go back home. She drives back home. She parks in her garage, and when she parks in the middle of her garage, and she realized suddenly there is a bulb moment, and she realized that she's in the middle of the garage, and there is no space. If there was someone, there would be no space for him. And it's really for her, there's this aha moment that she doesn't have any space in her life to to welcome someone. So she decided to park a bit backward and to leave the space in the front for a perfect match. Then she goes like to her bedroom, get undressed, open her wardrobe, and she realized, my God, there is no space for my perfect match clothes. And that's when she decided to make some space in her wardrobe and in her house and in the rest of her life to welcome the perfect man. And guess what? It happened just like a few weeks after when she met her friend again, and her man, her future husband, was sitting just a table beside her. So I think that's very important for you, even if you are looking for the perfect man. If you are not where you want to be, that will be very difficult. So need to make space if you are, if you are flat sharing or if you are living at your parents. It makes it very difficult to meet anyone. And even if you meet someone, there is no space physically for him. So make sure you do this. So you have to make space in your heart as well. We all carry baggage. We all carry scars from the past, from exes relationships, and that's very important to come to peace with them and to make sure there is no residual things that are obstructing your heart from. So you need a space there. You need to let go of the past, or even like friends with benefits. They are great for a while, but then they prevent you from meeting someone, the someone that you want. And then the last thing, it's quite a peculiar one, I know. Make space with your friends. Friends are a great thing, really, and we can't live without them. At the same time, sometimes they can take a lot more space in our life than we want, and we let them do this actually because it's convenient for a while. But then it's very important to realize that if you want to attract someone, you need to have space, time for this special person. And just to illustrate this, I had a member. She was really nice, very, very pretty. She had all the qualities really to be in a relationship. She had a very busy social life, and she was meeting friends all the time, and she was really having fun. And when we get her onto dates, most of the feedback we got were from men who said, she's lovely, she's brilliant, but she doesn't need me. She doesn't need me because she's so busy and she's got all these friends. I don't feel that I have a space in her life. So make sure you do this with your friends too. And I don't mean dump them like this, but just make sure you make time as well. So my last slide would be make time. And to most of us, what it means is, my body clock was ticking a lot of time, and I was in a hurry of meeting someone, and sometimes the problem is it prevents us to get to know someone because we are so desperate somehow. So make sure when you get to know someone, when you meet someone, that's actually the next step. How you realize that is the right one is because you got to know this person. And by getting to know this person, you can share stories, you can share experience. Obviously, you don't go in depth too much, but you need to realize that this person is still a stranger, and that you need to know them. It takes time to get to know the qualities of someone if they match your core values. So please make sure you do this. And when I say that, it's because I meet a lot of people who, on the first date, they need to have this chemistry. So my next point will be the chemistry syndrome. Be aware of the chemistry syndrome. It's most of the time when I meet with women, what they want is to have the chemistry, whatever it means to them. It could be physical attraction, it could be a banter, it can be a spark, and that's very dangerous when you have this on your first date. It's great when you have it, and I'm not saying don't have it or just run away. It's really be aware that when you have this chemistry syndrome, you have a rush of hormones, of dopamines, and it just blinds you. It's you're wearing these pink contact lenses, and you see everything through in pink, and everything is nice and is super nice and is the perfect match. And I think we're going to have a great life together from the first date. And it doesn't happen like this, unfortunately, and that's why, in my second scenario, we're saying you have the chemistry, and then further down the line, you realize he's not the right one. So be aware of this. Just, if you have the banter with someone, you still get to know him, and you have to be aware of the warning signs. If he treats the waitress very badly, then that's a warning sign. So just be aware of this. That's a very that's a very big point, actually. And my advice for you is if you constantly find yourself into attracting the wrong type of guy, commitment phobes, liars, your job really is not to change them, it's to leave. And I really want to make this clear. You can't change them. So that's your choice. Then my last point would be, don't show, when you're on a date, don't show your full hand too soon. Meaning, don't, you know what you want, you know where you're going. Don't say that. Don't just display, that you want to get married, and don't even ask them the question. Don't display too much about yourself, because when you do this, you are cutting the chase. You are cutting off the mystery, and then that's game over, basically. You have a great time. You think you have a great time, and then they never call back after this. That's sometimes, most of the time, you've given too much away, so there's nothing to discover for them. Voila, I think we are coming to the conclusion. So all of the above, first thing, if you want to attract the right man and to stop making mistakes, know what you want. Then the second one is make space in your life. Take your time, because there is no rush. They are still strangers to you. And the point I would like to add is a very important one. Be positive. We carry so much negativity sometimes from the past, or some very limiting beliefs, like all men are taken, or why always me? Why do I attract this type of guys? Or love is not for me. I'm happy to be single. Please stay positive, because if you stay positive, that's what you attract. You're sending out there the message that you want a blissful relationship. If you are sending out the message of negativity, that's what you will receive. Then never give up. You will never give up. If you are in a job, you've lost your job, and you're sending thousands of CVs, going to hundreds of interviews, and you still don't have a job, you will never give up, I'm guessing. So it's the same for a man, because for a perfect man or for a blissful relationship is never to give up, because you set yourself for failure if you give up. That's the best way to fail, basically. And then seek the advice of experts, of course. Because at school we all learn wonderful things like history or algebra, and no one has ever taught us how to find a long-term relationship, how to attract the right man, or how to be happy. And that's a shame, because that's very important skills to learn for the rest of your life. So don't be ashamed. Don't feel that you can't seek the advice of experts, because the dating world is a very lonely and it's a jungle. It's a lonely world and it's a jungle. So that would be my last advice. Voila, that will be it for me. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Nova.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
No
Nova.
problem.
Thank you, everybody. That was
If
Nova.
you have any questions.
That was Nova's first webinar, so a round of applause for her. She did absolutely fantastic. That's out of the way now. Absolutely fantastic. There's lots of people that's putting comments and questions. Well, we can take those at the end because we need to bring on Genevieve now. Thank you very much, Nova. That was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, Des.
Well
Thank
done.
you very much.
Excellent. Well done. So now we're going to bring on the lovely Genevieve Zawada. Genevieve Zawada, I keep pronouncing it. She can tell you exactly how she pronounced that. Genevieve,
good evening, Des.
Good evening.
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Thank you
very good,
so much,
Hope
Des.
everyone's good. Hope everyone's enjoying all the tips that our lovely Nova's been giving people.
Brilliant. Can everybody hear Genevieve and see the slides okay? Everybody? Yes? Thank you, Michelle.
Can you all hear me loud and clear?
Great. Over to you then, Genevieve.
Wonderful. Thank you, Des. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. This is very exciting. It's our first webinar with the three of us together, and I'm hoping it won't be the last. Des, do I have control over this webinar, or are you going to be controlling my mouse?
Do you want me to do
if
it?
I can have control?
Yep, cool.
Brilliant.
Yep, there you go.
Fantastic. Cool. Okay, so first of all this evening I'm going to be talking about three different areas that we looked at earlier on, 7 ways on how to find and attract the right man. But first of all, I'll let you know a little bit about me. I was nominated as Female Entrepreneur and Businesswoman of the Year in 2009. Didn't win, but had a great journey going through that process and have worked with a number of businesses. I'm also a professional coach, international transformational life coach, and have the privilege and honour of working with men as well as with women. So I have a really good understanding as to what people are looking for when it comes to relationships. I've always worked with people to get to help get them the best out of their lives and help make the right decisions, which is very exciting, and it's a real privilege to work with everyone that I do. So next slide. Des, I don't seem to have control on this.
Don't worry,
I'll let you
yeah, that's no problem.
click on. So I'm really fortunate also to be the CEO of Elect Club. Now, Elect Club, as Nova told us earlier, is one of the longest established introduction agencies in the UK. It's now over 9 years old. I was also the first person to set up a professional dining club, which was over 18 years ago, and we had over 1,000 members in our first year, and many marriages also within the first year, which was also a very exciting time when we didn't have the internet, so it just shows how long ago that was. We are the only club in the UK, which I'm very proud to be telling you this, that offers not only matchmaking but also events, seminars and coaching, and we have other supportive services to ensure that everybody gets the best dating experience and the best value for money. And we're very lucky that Nova is our head of sales, and we've also got Des as one of our exclusive coaches who works with women, so as well as some other lovely members of our team. We've got Paulette, Sarah and many more that if you come over to Elect Club you will get to meet all my lovely people. Everyone is an experienced and qualified coach or NLP master, so I think that's really important, that everyone knows that they are working with people that are professionals in the industry. And obviously we offer the best dating events, that goes without saying, in the most fabulous locations. Recently we had a wonderful boat party on the River Thames in the summer, and that was a great night out for everybody. We've also got bespoke packages to support all clients through their dating journey. We won't just offer you matchmaking, we'll actually sit down with you, as Nova said, and have a good understanding as to what you are really looking for, and we will tailor a solution that's right for you, and that's unique, and I'm very proud that we do that, and hence we do have a very good retention of clients and a very high success rate as well, which is obviously what everybody's looking for when they're looking to find the perfect person. So if we can move on to the next one, that would be great. Thank you, Des. So one of the things I decided to speak about is how not to scare a man off with unrealistic expectations. And I'm going to put a question out to all of you, and I want you to answer this as honestly as you possibly can. What expectations do you feel you have that scare a man off? So Des, if you can read through what's coming, coming up from the ladies, that would be brilliant.
You get a question, ladies? You going to repeat that, please, again, Nova? Nova, sorry, Jen.
Nova.
Nova.
The other half French one.
Right, let's have a look.
I want to know what expectations perhaps you have that you feel are scaring men off.
Needs to be a man, commitment, children, marriage, responsibility. Sabina says hi. Commitment.
Hi,
commitment, transparency and honesty. Is that too much to ask? Hello, Sabina. Maybe that I don't need anyone. Some swagger. Coming over as a too strong woman.
Okay, coming over as a too strong woman. That's always interesting, and yes, that's probably one of the biggest ones. And I think Nova and Des, you probably agree with that. And often that is that's one of the biggest problems when you're so professional in the type of work that you do. It's very hard to switch that off when it comes to relationships and also handing over the power to a man. Not all of us want to let go and hand over the power to a man, and that's quite a struggle for everyone to do that. Recently, I wrote an article which was From the Boardroom to the Bedroom, which was quite an exciting title. But basically, what that is all about is about unrealistic expectations, and how sometimes women do not have long-term relationships, and they don't go past sort of the 5-6 month mark in relationships because of their expectations. Their expectations are letting them down. So what we want to do and how we'll work with you is making sure that the expectations that you have are going to be realistic. Des, can you hit that button, please? Thank you very much. Okay, so we all have them, and expectations are needed and they are necessary in life. We all need them in our professional lives and we all need them in our personal lives, but we all know which ones are holding us back. So next button, please. So some of the things that I'm asked all the time, and these are difficult things, but do you expect a man to have a certain type of job or profession, or buy you flowers every week, or chase after you and do all the running in a relationship? What do you expect a man to do? Come on, ladies, be honest with us tonight. Let's see how honest everyone's going to be, because lots of people say, oh, I can't go out with a guy who's not earning more than me, or no, I'm expecting this.
Be a glass half full, use your own initiative, pay again, read my mind.
Read your mind. Those expectations are a little bit too high this evening.
Be the man, get my attention, show common interest, be himself and transparent.
Yeah, I'd agree with that one.
Brilliant.
That's not an unrealistic expectation. That's how it should be. That's really what we're looking for, is some natural, letting people be who they really are. That's the important thing. Okay, so next one, please, Desmond. Yeah, this is an interesting one, and I've thrown this in here not to put anyone off, but do your expectations set you up to fail in the relationship? Now, this again is a very important thing, and it does come up every time I do coaching. It is one of the questions that I ask. It's one of the things that we explore, and it's one of the things that I'm going to put to you, ladies. So, do you feel that your expectations set you up to fail in the relationship? So, what have we got coming through?
Nothing at the moment. Yes.
Nothing at the moment. Oh, we're all thinking. We're all thinking.
In the past, yes. And all the others are quiet. Maybe they've gone down the road. Often, yes, because if they don't come on their own, I work too hard on the relationship and expect something in return. I don't know somebody. Not if
Okay.
you have a common understanding. I want a man to be financially equal to me. I should try more initially.
There's some interesting things coming up here.
Mm.
Okay, so your expectations often will hold you back, and sometimes even we can have the expectation of others put upon us. I know when I'm coaching people, sometimes people say, but yes, but my mother expects me to marry someone of this certain stature, and they've got to be in this type of job, and you know, I've got a family that expect this of me, and that can put a lot of pressure on people, and often it means that you will be looking and expecting a lot from someone and not attracting the right person into your life. As Nova was talking about earlier, you have to project what you want to attract, and you have to know what you want to attract, and sometimes if you have the wrong expectations and the wrong core beliefs of what you're looking for, this is why you keep attracting the wrong people into your life. So unrealistic expectations, we all have them. They need to be sense checked, and you need to make your expectations far more realistic, and this is what we're here for. We're here to help you make sure that those expectations are good and will set you on the right path to finding the right man. So Des, next slide please. Okay, so how to make sure you choose the right man leading up to Christmas. Christmas and desperate dating. How many of you, be honest, have just gone out with somebody so that you can take him to a Christmas party?
Never.
We've all been there.
No, no.
Yeah, Des, you probably are the worst one.
Never. No, they all say no chance, no, no, never.
No.
Not,
I don't believe it.
not Pinocchio's on this webinar.
Come on ladies, start getting on this. Haven't you been out with someone that perhaps you wouldn't have gone out with, but because it was Christmas you're thinking, okay, do you know what, I really need someone to go to this party with, or I don't want to spend Christmas on my own this year, therefore I'm actually going to just go out with this person.
Somebody said yes, but not a Christmas party but to spend Christmas with. Although I've been asked to go with someone to his party, thought it would be fun. Go with my girls.
Okay.
All right. Maybe what they're saying is, Jen, is not Christmas, but maybe somewhere else.
Okay. Christmas does put pressure on people, doesn't it? We have to, we have to buy the right presents, we have to say the right things, we have to not exclude people from the Christmas card list. Christmas is one of those times where we feel the added pressure that we have to get things right. I know I do, and I know that people that I coach do, and people that I work with, and Des and Nova, I'm sure you both agree Christmas does add extra pressure in all sorts of areas of our lives. So one of the things I want to make sure is that anyone that we're working with from a coaching and relationship support perspective is not going to be put in this position of making the bad decisions of dating the wrong people at Christmas, because it can happen all for the wrong reasons. Okay, Des. Exactly, that's what we're saying. Next one please, Des. I'm ahead of myself. Thank you. So one of the things I would say is at Christmas, relax, be natural. Don't get desperate when wanting to date somebody, and don't say yes to going out with anybody just because it's Christmas or your friends have decided to set you up. How many of you have been set up by friends because it's Christmas?
Let's have a look. Yes, somebody said yes, 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 bad decision.
Yeah, exactly. It always happens at Christmas. Everyone wants to get everybody else loved up. Oh, I've got a single friend, can't possibly have a single friend at Christmas, got to get them sorted out. Bridget Jones, you've got a lot to answer for. But no, it is important to make sure that you're not set up just because it is Christmas, and that you don't feel the pressure because it's Christmas. Okay, thank you, Des. Yeah, one of the things I always say to people is ask yourself that simple question: if it's not Christmas, would I actually be going out with you? Would I be attracted to you? Or am I just doing this for the wrong reasons? So it's one of the questions. It's a sense check question that you do need to ask. Thank you, Des. If the answer's yes, great, go out with them. If the answer's no, then you know what to do. Don't even take it any further. So, the final bit that I'm going to be talking about with you guys today is how to find out from the first date if someone's compatible with your values, beliefs and goals. Now I know Nova's spoken about some of these bits earlier on, so I will make sure that I'm not repeating myself, but also I want to make sure that everybody is making sure that you're meeting people that are on the same wavelength as you, because that's really important. Thank you. So the first thing, and I know Nova touched on this earlier, is do you know what your own values, beliefs and your own goals are? That's really, really important that you have a good understanding as to who you are, what your values are, what your beliefs are, and again, sense check it. Make sure that you've got someone to talk to, that you can make sure that you understand exactly what you're saying makes sense, and that other people will know and understand and respect exactly what your values, beliefs and goals are. And I think also, don't try and make them too complicated. The secret really here is to keep it simple. Thank you. What do you value most? So, come on ladies, apart from family, because I know that will come up for all of you, apart from family, tell me what you value most.
Respect.
Yeah.
My friends, loyalty, trust, honesty and respect, commitment, support, honesty, integrity, truth, integrity, health and fitness, supportive communication,
girls are good at this.
ambition, integrity, transparency, honesty, respect.
Okay.
Brilliant.
So respect, I think, is the number one thing, isn't it, Des?
It seems to be, honesty seems to be coming up a lot.
Oh, honesty
yeah,
and respect. Okay.
Yeah,
So
honesty.
we've got our top two.
Just want somebody that's just, no matter what, if they tells them the truth, they respect that more.
Yeah. And you know what, girls, the guys want it back too. So it needs to work both ways. Whatever you're putting down are your values, beliefs, goals. You need to make sure what you're looking for in someone, you can make sure that you are reflecting that back. It's really important to do that. Thank you. Next one, Des, please. Okay, what is your strongest belief?
Let's have a look. Trustworthy, they're still going on. Dependable, respect, honesty, respect, truthful, the glass is half full.
Okay.
That's all. That's
Brilliant.
There. Next to family,
Brilliant.
confidence.
Next.
Okay.
Okay. Brilliant. Thank you. And what are your main goals for 2014 to 2015? So in the next 4 to 6 months, do you know what your main goals are? I know most people are going to say to find the right man.
To have a baby.
Wow, in the next 4 to 6 months, that's going to be quick.
I think you made, that's including 15 as well, so that could be, yeah. Yes, I have a...
It would have to be the end of 2015.
Yes, unless she's pregnant now.
Someone's going out tonight.
Yes, I have a vision board for my goals, succeed in business and find a partner. Don't know my goals, just to be happy, move business to higher levels, start business, complete my studies, to enjoy life, yes, to find my man, realize the creative ambition, find the right job to strengthen independence, and then meet Mr. Right, get married, then have a baby.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
So how do you go about discussing these early on in the relationship? This is a really, really difficult thing, and I always sort of laugh when I'm working with clients on when we're talking and bringing these important subjects into conversation. Well, first of all, ladies, I do not want you to go out on your first date and sit someone down and interrogate them like the Spanish Inquisition and say, right, what are your values, right, and double check the values, what are your beliefs and what are your goals. It's not an interview, it's not, it's something that's got to come across very naturally and fall into conversation, and if it doesn't happen on the first date, we're talking about these things, then you've got something to discuss moving forward, but don't get hung up on them. You know, we're not there with tick boxes trying to make sure that this is the right man and somebody that you can start planning the wedding from date 2. We want to take things at the right pace. I know sometimes as people get older, there is that air of desperation, and some of you ladies have mentioned it, you want to have babies, you want to start the relationships very quickly, and that will scare a man off. So how you go about discussing these things early on in the relationship is you drip feed. You drip feed what your values are, and you sense check it with them. Do they have the same values, the same beliefs? And then move on to the goals. But again, take it slowly. Just let things come naturally into the conversation. Don't force it. And you know, I've had lots of feedback from guys who've been on dates who've come back and given us feedback saying, oh, Crumbs, you know, really lovely girl, but I just felt like I was under the interrogation spotlight and that everything was going to be fed back to her mother to see if I was going to be the perfect partner, and it does scare guys off. How many of you have actually done that? How many of you have felt that, yeah, this guy could be the one, and you start by asking lots of questions that you feel could possibly scare them off? How many of you feel that you've scared a man off? Has anyone said anything, Des?
I do that to scare them off, somebody said.
It's not the idea.
But, thanks, Michelle.
If you want to scare them off, just cut the evening short. I've got a headache, I've got to go home. You don't have to do the interrogation.
One of the things you could say to them, ladies, if you want to, kids, oh, my ex-boyfriend's just called me. That's usually a good one. That just puts us off you. No going back after that one.
Anything else that's come up, Des?
Ha ha ha! They're all laughing at the. don't answer to go there. Don't answer to go with their plan. Not really. I don't see how much they like me. I do that to see how much they like me. Yep. As okay. I'm too shy.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the rules.
Someone there could probably do with a little bit of coaching. Okay.
She's American. Right. She's American, so she's most probably one of the rules fans.
That's from our American fan. We can do by Skype. We can coach you by Skype. We have international clients.
Great. Thank you.
Keep going, Des. Okay, so how can you work out if your values, beliefs and goals are realistic and won't scare anyone else? Well, that's where we guys come in, and that's where good friends and family come in. Share it with people. Don't keep it to yourself. You know, if you've got a good friend, sit down with a friend and say, okay, well, you know, these are what I believe in. Do you think if I talk about this with somebody, it would scare them off completely? And sense check it. Some friends might be too frightened to tell you, but certainly Nova, Des, myself and some of my other coaches, we are honest with people, and it's one of the things that we like to go through, is making sure that people are not saying things or just giving them a little bit of guidance as to making sure that they are singing off the right song sheet, so to speak. Okay, thank you, Des. So, discussion time. How do you start the conversation to find out what the values, beliefs and goals are, and how to talk naturally without interrogating him? So ladies, what do you think? I want to hear from you as to how you start your conversations. What sort of things do you ask? Do you just go straight in there? Do you talk about other things first? What do you do? How do you usually start these conversations?
What are you looking for? What are your intentions? Just kidding.
What's your intentions?
we just chat about our interests. How was your day today? Ask if they've read The Secret.
Okay, that's a good one.
I love your shoes. What is your hobbies?
Hobbies is a good one. Finding out what they've done in the previous weekend.
Mm.
Are they a couch potato and they've just spent the whole weekend watching sport? Or have they been out and about with friends, with family? Are they actually into playing sport? Or are they too busy working? Because if they're too busy working all the time, it's obviously something that it needs to be sense checked to making sure that that's not going to carry on throughout the relationship. So there's all sorts of things that naturally you can bring up in conversation just by asking a little bit more about them without the interrogation. So hopefully that's given you some ideas and given you some inspiration to find out what you need to do. And I know I'm going to be handing over to Des in a second, who'll be giving you the next set of secrets. And hopefully you'll enjoy the rest of the webinar. So I hope that's been useful, ladies, and very much look forward to meeting you soon.
Thank you very much, Genevieve. That's excellent. Thank you. Hope you ladies enjoyed that, and also Nova as well. It's her first one as well, so absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Excellent. Now it's my turn. What am I going to be talking about now? Right, now, let me just position my slides. Right, can everybody hear me clearly now? Before I carry on, just to make sure the mic's working okay. Someone can just say they can hear me. Yes, yes, yes. Brilliant. Okay, fantastic. Right, I'm just going to go over these slides very quickly. Those of you that don't know me, some of you may not have met me before, know of me. I'm just going to very quickly go over my story. At the age of 14, I went to a boarding school in East Sussex. I was originally in London, and I was a little bit I was always getting in a little bit of trouble at school, not crime, but I was quite bright at school, and I was always seeking attention at school. And I got sent to a boarding school in East Sussex, the same one as Frank Bruno actually, and I did very well. I left there a year early, went to college when I was 15. They sent me there a year early, and I had my first job as a Ministry of Defence as an admin assistant. Hated that for a year. Then I went to work for an American oil company called Chevron. Stayed there for I think it was 6-7 years. Then we got made redundant. Sorry, and I decided to become a driving instructor, and I'm still am qualified. And I decided to set up my own driving school, and I attended on TV. Several times, Richard and Judy, BBC One. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can see some of that. So I became a driving instructor. I had my driving school. It was Des O'Connor's driving school. Those of you who don't know, Des O'Connor is a famous name over here in the UK. And unfortunately, in 2001 and 2003, both my parents passed away, and I think that was the most challenging time of my life ever to date. And then in 2005, I got married. In 2005, very soon after my mum's death in 2003. My head was just all over the place. On reflection now, I can see exactly what I was doing. But I suppose some of you that have had a loss in a family, when that happens to you, you just, until you experience it, you can't explain how it feels. Unfortunately, 2 years later, the marriage broke down and we got divorced. I won't go into the ins and outs of that, but I'm sure some of you can understand a divorce happened, why divorce really happens. We just went our separate ways. And at that time, it was around about, as Genevieve and Nova was talking about with regards to the secret, it was around about the secret that about that time it came out. And I was really into this self-development stuff. I really loved it because it makes you feel so good and well within yourself. And we all like to feel good and well within ourselves. So I qualified as a life coach in 2009, and I focused on working with single women. I started running a few workshops, and I was helping women find the right men, because a lot of women were not understanding it from a marriage perspective. And then in 2000, and then last year I won a Relationship Coach of the Year award for the Association of Professional Coaches, Trainers and Consultants. This is all on my website, by the way. And I won an award for that, which is fantastic. Next year I'm planning on touring the USA, so my career is just going from strength to strength. And my book launch will be next year, which will be announced at the event that we're holding. So that's basically myself. Just gone through that very quickly. I'm also going to be announcing the official date of my up-and-coming London and International book launch, where you can be the first to discover how to get your ticket as well at this next event there as well, which is called I Can Find You the Right Man. So what have I been doing? I've been creating weddings. As you can see there, I created this wedding last year. Mr. and Mrs. Jess, the woman on the left there, became a client, and I connected them up, helped them get married. And as I said there, I won the award for the Relationship Coach of the Year, which was actually a lovely achievement for there as well. This woman here contacted me. She had 3 telephone sessions, and she found her right partner. Google her on Facebook if you want, or Google her. You can see her with her partner. They're loved up. She's a fitness instructor, and I met her at a seminar. She came up to me, and I made her just change the way she thought about herself and men, and then she attracted that right man. So let me just have a look at some of the myths created by women. First one is that men, these are some of the things that women are saying that may or may not be true. Men do not like women to approach them as they're perceived to be needy. Now, most men would love a woman that he likes the look of to approach him or subtly make it obvious she likes him. And I always get women are the ones that say that to me, that, oh, we're going to come across as needy. And the women that usually say that because it prevents them from doing it, if that makes sense. Because if they felt confident to do that, then they would just get on with it and do it. I'm telling you, as a man, I've been approached by women in the past, and we've dated because women don't do that, and it stands out, and it makes the woman seem so much more confident than the average woman as well. Now, you could just do it subtly. You could ask him the time, you could ask him for directions, you can ask him where he got his shoes from, where his aftershave was, just one simple question, and then we will lead from there if we like you. And like I said, there are so many subtle ways on how you can get him to approach you without making it obvious. Now, some women say there's a lack of available men, which yet again, as you know, is not true. There's men everywhere. I bet you see a man that you like on average once a day. If that's once a day, that's on average, that's 7 times a week. 30 men a month you're seeing on a regular basis that you like the look of. So there's not a lack of men. They're all over the place. Some women say men are not on their level. Now, when women say this to me and I ask them, define what you mean by not on your level, I get a whole load of things, maybe intellectually, emotionally, financially, all those kind of things as well. Now, if you're meeting men that are not on your level, then you need to change where you're meeting the men, because it always comes back to you. I'm going to make reference to this on this webinar. You have all the answers. It always comes back to you. So if you keep going to places where you know the men are not going to be on your level there, then stop going there, because you're going to keep going there and pick up the same men, and then you're going to keep complaining about that. And some women not sure where all the good single men are. Now, there's men everywhere, all over the place, and it depends what you mean by good and a good man, and where are the single men? There's single men everywhere. There's matchmaking companies, there's dating coaches. That's what we specialize in, helping you to find those men. So like Nova originally said in the beginning, if you're really in a situation, go to a professional, because what we do is we fast track that for you so you can meet him a lot quicker. Failing that, get out and about where there's lots of men, and there's loads of singles events where are packed with single men as well. So I'm just going to very quickly go through 11 keys to finding the right man. Number 1 is working on yourself. It's so important that you work on yourself, because you must be prepared and be honest with yourself. Look into that mirror and be honest with yourself. If you know there's more you can do, if you have some unresolved issues going on in your life, please read a book, listen to a CD, go and see a coach, go and see a therapist, and deal with those unresolved issues that you may have. For example, myself, honestly, I'm still coming to terms with the death of my mum. I'm still working with issues, and that's affected my relationship since then. But I'm aware of that, and I had to be honest with myself, and I was fighting that for several years. Those that know me, that are close to me, understand that. But once I understood, and I understood it was me, and I was honest with myself in that mirror, I felt so much more lighter. So please, you know that you've got something going on that might be holding you back. It might be a trust issue or whatever it is. Just read a book to help you deal with it, because believe me, the more you work on yourself, the more better you'll be out there. Take full responsibility of what has happened in the past so you can learn from that and prepare for the future. We've all been hurt, haven't we? And Sometimes we drag that along with us into the next relationship without us even realizing that, and then it causes problems in relationships. Then we blame that person for what's happened in the past, and there's all those things that are going on. But you need to take responsibility, and once you get that, you will start to attract more of what you want into your life. Do not blame anything or anyone for what's happened, because you focused men will be able to pick up on this straight away and will not contact you again. There are some clued up men out there that know exactly what they want, and we will be able to pick up how you talk about an ex, how you talk about men, most importantly, how you talk about your father, and how you talk about men in general. He may ask you a question just to get your opinion on something. And if you started slating and being negative towards men and all those kind of things, that is telling us that you have a problem there with men, and you've got a bit of a hatred or a bit of anger there going on that you need to work on as well. So just be careful with that. Communicate and work with us, and we will guide you to understand men's needs. Myself and Nova and Genevieve and the team, we can help you to understand men's needs and and most women do not understand this as well. So what do men look for in a relationship as well? Avoid talking to single women about men and how men think and feel, as women don't actually understand the full truth about men, because the best people to talk about to men are men. It's as simple as that. And I know you ladies, when you're upset, you ring up the phone and you speak to your best friend, and sometimes they're not the best one, because if she's angry, and I'm sure you've all had an men bashing conversation for hours on the phone, making him wrong and you making him wrong, and then a bit after you put down that phone, you're exhausted, you're tired, and you want to sleep, and then you wake up and you don't feel too good. So please, talk about women that are in fulfilling, loving relationships, because they'll most probably be giving you constructive, positive advice. Establish what your must-haves are. For example, if you want a family man who wants to settle down, you must find out a very subtle way in the early stages of dating to see if he shares the same values as you, like Genevieve said. So you need to establish that in the beginning. You can ask him some open questions. Where do you see yourself in 3 years? And you know, is there anybody in your family that has children? And do you like, do you do anything with your nieces and nephews? And you get an idea from that. If he's saying, oh well, no, I don't really do that much, and he's got young nephews and nieces, more than likely that he most probably doesn't like children as much as a man that really, really wants to settle down and have children. Decide exactly on what you want and what plan of action is needed to work on this, as Nova touched on as well. What exactly do you want, and have a plan in place on how you want to achieve that, just like you do with your career. Surround yourself in an environment where men you are looking for are interested in you. There's so many places that you can go to, and we'll be going into that more depth on our seminar, but there's so many places that men are looking for you, interested in you. Let me ask you a quick question. Where could be a place that, if you didn't have any fear, ladies, that you know that if you went there, there'd be loads of men there, and you would be getting chatted up? What one place? Just one place. Where would that be? The bar. Football match. Excellent. The gym. Excellent. Carnival. Football. Anything sport related. Thank you. All of you. Right. Now let me ask you, supermarket, how many of you honestly go into those places on a regular basis? Honestly. Where you know it's going to be predominantly men? No. No. Most of you are saying no. None. Right. That's a tip there that you can do. Those environments, the football season has just started. Those are the places where it's packed with men, and you will stand out like a sore thumb, believe me. Knowing what questions to ask and to avoid time wasters. No more meaningless short-term relationships and sleeping with the wrong men. And knowing what questions to ask will avoid you. We've all been there. We've been in a relationship 3 to 6 months, and we'll meet another one in 3 to 6 months, and we don't know why did it end and why was it so long. And if you establish what you're looking for in the early stages and find out what his goals are in the beginning, that will prevent that. And like I said, one of the questions you could ask is what his goals are. Listen to my observations and feedback when we are together at events. This is the best way to learn and get better at approaching men and creating conversations with men in the future. And we will provide this service as well. And take full responsibility for what's happened to you in the past and decide what positive actions you are going to take. Finding the right man starts with finding yourself, okay? And deciding that you have the power within you to have a happier life and attract the right person to get the right relationship that you deserved. You're on a date with a man and you really want to establish if he wants a serious relationship or even might be ready to get married and have a family. But how do you do that without making it obvious? Well, guess what? Elect Club, as Genevieve kindly said, is a leading agency for single professions, and Jen and Nova, along with myself, will be preparing a whole day seminar in London on Saturday the 4th of October dedicated to single women like yourself, called How to Find and Attract the Right Man by Christmas. Now, this is for you if you are in a situation where you simply want the right answers onto how to find the right man fast, but with minimum effort. And I think most women would want that. Or you're a professional, successful and independent woman who in the past has been so busy that you've dated the wrong men and you know why you chose them. And now you want to meet the right man. And I think we've all been there. Also, you've been so busy with your career and personal goals that your main focus wasn't on settling down, but now you decide that it's time that you want to take control of your dating life, and now you want to find the right man. Now, most women, what they do is, because they're so fed up and losing interest, they throw all their energy into their work. And I've done that before, and I totally understand that. But you are going to eventually want someone in your life. You are fed up with having meaningless short-term relationships, and you're tired of attracting time wasters who just want sex. You want to find a man who shares the same values, beliefs and goals as you to spend the rest of your life together. You are ready to possibly get married and have a family, but only with the right man. It has to be the right man. And are you fed up with waking up alone or with the wrong man? Because some women just, are seeing men fill that gap, speak for the time, and sometimes, you know deep down if you do that you know you need more than that, and you know you're worth more than that. You want to know where all the good single men are. We're going to be covering that as well, where all the good single men are. And like I said, Genevieve has a contacts of a large selection of men there for you as well. And do you dread Valentine's Day, not just Christmas, but birthdays, weddings, and even Christmas, because you wish to have the right man with you, and you may be feeling the odd one out as well, sitting there, and all of your girlfriends are settled down already, and they may think something's wrong with you as well. I used to get that when I was having relationship problems when I was younger as well. Now, this event will show you a plan, right? A plan on how to make sure you find the right man by Christmas, along with so many other tips, advice, and services from us three dating top experts in the UK. So are you single and professional woman who wants to find and attract the right man? No more lonely nights in, meeting time wasters, and wondering if you will ever meet the right man. We are here to help women like you to meet good quality men so you can have the perfect relationship that you desire. Do you want to know exactly what you are looking for in a relationship? Do you have a plan in place before you go on a date? Most women, honestly, be honest with me ladies, do you just simply turn up on a date looking pretty and have no idea as to what you want to know about him? Just a general, oh, what do you do for a living, what do you like to do, etc. And so they miss a chance to get important questions, important answers linked to their values, beliefs and goals. As Genevieve says, good dating requires some advanced thought planning and strategy. Just like careers, you get out of it what you put in. Decide exactly what you want, then you must be what you want to attract. So for example, if you want love, then you must be a loving person. If you find it very difficult to give love, to be affectionate, or to tell a man that you love him, or tell people in general lots of loving things, then you need to work on that, because you can expect that and you're not giving that back out. If you want a fit and healthy man, then you must eat healthy and exercise. There's no point in you maybe being overweight, or even if you're not overweight, you're not fit and healthy, but you want your man to be, because it's not going to work really. There's no point in if you want an emotionally intelligent man, you must be a positive-minded person and understand your emotions and work on yourself on a regular basis with therapy, personal development and stuff like that as well. And meant to understand your needs. Understand what men need from women in relationships. I mean, I've got a lot more slides to go through, and this will be all covered on the day as well. And remember, like attracts like. Yeah, look at those points we've just covered. There's loads more that I could put on there, but like attracts like. So like I said, this seminar is for professional and independent women. You're fed up, who are divorcees, who want to regain their confidence, get back into the dating field, or are looking for a serious relationship, or want to get married. And there's no age restriction, whether you're 20 or 60, this event will be ideal for you. And also we're going to show you, it's going to benefit you if you want to attract good quality men into your life daily. Or for example, if you're a Christian who believe that God provides you with opportunities every day, but you must take action and advantage of these. So what we're going to be showing you, you could use it if you're a Christian or you're Catholic or whatever your faith is or your belief is. This can help you as well. Who are aware they have unresolved issues and want to move away from them. So if you know you've got unresolved issues, there's going to be some exercises on the day that will help you move away from them and help you to heal as well. And also, if you feel that your biological clock is ticking very loudly and they need to find the right man fast to start a family, fast as well. What I mean by that is most probably going to be men that we can connect with you that want the same thing that you do as well. And also who have no idea as to why they are successful in other areas of life but yet keep meeting the wrong men. Those high-flying career women as well, who feeling left out because so many of their female friends are settled. Now, the real reasons as to why you're single, many women blame men for the fact that they are single, but the truth is, for most women, if you look deep inside of yourself, you have all the answers. And the real reason as to why you're most probably still single is because you haven't really given yourself 100% effort to finding him, and you're scared of approaching men. This is one of the questions that I ask my clients, and it's one of the first questions I ask. And I always ask them, how much effort have you really been giving yourself to finding him? And it's usually 10, 20% at the most as well. Now, isn't that right? Sort of be honest with yourself. Isn't that sort of right? Am I right there or am I wrong? How much effort have you really been giving yourself out of 0 to 10? Just put a number in there, honestly. None. Thank you very much for your honesty. None. 1, none. 2, thank you. 0, none, thank you. None. 2%, none. None. 2, 20. It's always 1, 20, none. 110, go away. Right, I'm going to carry on with the next slide. But you get the gist, okay, that you need to give yourself a lot more of an effort to find him. So we just did that exercise. But what are you afraid of? Because it's something, when you see a guy that you like and you know what you should do. I mean, you're intelligent. You know what you should do. But inside of you, in your heart and in your mind, you're getting afraid and you just cannot bring yourself to do that. We will show you how you can take advantage of those situations without making it obvious that you like him as well. But what would 100% or a 10 and 10 look like for you? If you knew you couldn't fail, what would a 10 out of 10, 100% look like for you? We will work with you so you can achieve a 10 out of 10 fast, and you will know that you will get results. Lots of women put 10 out of 10 effort into their careers, or 10 out of 10 effort into their appearance, or 10 out of 10 hobbies or friendships. But on this important area of trying to find the right man, they don't put the full effort in. They just leave it to fate or hope that one of their friends will match them up, or they put in half-hearted attempts at online dating and hope for the best. But you can do better than this, because we can help you. Do you really think that if you gave yourself a 10 out of 10 effort to finding the right man, that you will be still single? Honestly, if you knew how to give yourself 100%, do you think you would find him? Have you ever planned before you went on a date? It's very important. I bet you haven't. But what do you really want to know about your date? Have you ever prepared any questions prior to the date? So we'll be covering this as well. Through a long process of questionnaires, interviews, Facebook posts, and interviewing thousands of women on TV, radio shows, we have developed personal secret dating courses for finding, attracting, keeping, and building a fulfilling relationship with the right man for you, as you've always very wanted, very quickly. So what is it worth to you to find the right man? Think about how much money you most probably spent over the last 12 months on holidays, cars, clothes, shoes, meals, makeup, hairdressers, alcohol, cigarettes, socializing. How much have you spent? Loads. Do you want to fast track meeting someone serious very soon, in a few days to a few weeks? Do you want to meet good quality men who are searching for a serious relationship, not just sex, and even marriage, to take you out and spend quality time with you? Do you want to work on yourself and be 100% honest about what you want and allow us to guide you at your own pace to achieve this? Are you ready to work on yourself and be empowered and inspired by emotionally connecting coaching styles? How much would it be worth to you if we found you the right man? Let me ask that question. Let's say, for example, you came to the seminar and by Christmas we found you the right man. How much would that be worth to you? Loads and loads. Priceless, someone said. How much would it be worth in money? Priceless. Priceless. £1 million. Priceless. £5,000? 10,000? 100,000? Would it be priceless? The client of mine that I found, the husband, I asked her how much. Actually, I asked her at her wedding day, which was a good time to ask her, obviously, and she said it was priceless. She couldn't put a price on that. So yes, so it will be priceless. Now, this seminar is not for you if you have loads of issues, which we all have, but you don't want to work on yourself. You hate men. Some women do. And some men do hate women as well, and you do not want to take any responsibility for what has happened in your life and also your actions. And it's not for you if you want to blame men for all your pain, if you have any pain, and have pain and do not want to let go of your hurt so that the right man can love you unconditionally. You can see we've heard every single excuse out there as to why single women cannot find the right man. Here are some of them. All my friends tell me my exes never deserved me and it was always their fault. Not enough good quality men. Men do not approach me. A man has never proposed to me. Men are not on my level. Men cannot handle strong, independent and successful women. All men are cheats. I don't know where all the single good men are. All men have too many issues, and the long, long list goes on. And I'm sure some of you have heard these, and some of these you may have said as well yourself. Am I lying? No money can taste a true section. Thank you. Thank you. Do you know that you have all the answers as to why you are single? And only you can make the simple, small changes necessary in order to find and attract the right man. Are you tired of the dating game? And do you just want to come home to a man who adores you? Do you ever feel lonely? Honestly, I can put on my hand and say yes. Once we understand your beliefs, values and goals and needs, we can start to work together as a team so you can find and attract the right man for you fast. I think we've all felt that lonely needing. Do you know who agrees that you can be seeing somebody or be in a relationship with somebody, or even be married with somebody and still feel lonely? Because I can relate to that totally. Yes. Thank you. Yes, yes, of course, yes. Oh, yes, yes. This is what people are saying. Yes, yes, definitely. Doesn't that feeling feel like, which I've never been in prison, but it feels like you are in prison, if you had an idea what prison feels like, if that makes sense. And do you sometimes feel that on the way home you're dragging yourself home, like you're dragging a skip with you to go home? So introducing the How to Find and Attract the Right Man by Christmas one-day seminar on Saturday the 4th of October 2014. But let's just look at some of our testimonials. Carla, I was very skeptical about coaching, but once I understood how I needed to change, I started to have so many nice single men wanting to take me out. I'm now in a loving relationship and getting engaged after 4 months. Thank you, Des. That was Carla, age 33. Sue, after coming out of a painful divorce, Des could empathize with me as he had a similar experience and guided me to a place of peace and forgiveness. I realized I was very angry with my ex-husband and could not pick up on, and men could pick up on this. Des coached me on how to let go of the past and focus on what I want out of my life. I'm now in a relationship with Stephen and I've never been so happy. This, the best is out there. You're an angel, Des. Loads more as well. These are coming from, these are Alex one. I'm pleased to have joined your agency. You've shown me the real difference having a personal matchmaker makes so much. Thanks again. Mark and I were just saying yesterday that you might very well to be the best matchmaker around. Matching the two of us has been a genius. An update for you. We're both meeting yet again on Tuesday evening. It's early days yet, but it seems like the perfect match for me. I'm so pleased. So the big question you're probably asking yourself right now is how much? How much is this event going to be? How much are you going to have to pay to get your hands on all these priceless information delivered over one power-packed and potentially life-changing one-day seminar course at the classy Hilton Hotel Olympia? Well, before we tell you that, answer these two questions. How much would you pay to find and attract and keep the right man, and how much would that be worth to you? How much would you pay to spend one day at the exclusive Hilton Hotel Olympia in the company of myself, Genevieve, Suada, and Nova? £2,000, £3,000, even £5,000 would be an absolute bargain. If we found you the right man, you'd have to agree that would be priceless, wouldn't it? After all, collectively, we all had made several loving dates in just a few short years since they discovered the secrets of setting up women with the right men. During this one-day seminar, we are going to hand over the exact step-by-step success blueprint for you. But the truth is, we genuinely want to help you to get the right man as soon as possible. And that's not going to happen if you're going to keep doing what you have done to date, which, to be honest, as you've all agreed so far to date, hasn't been that much. With most matchmaking services, you'll be most probably expected to hand over hundreds or even thousands of pounds before you've even begun. And as Genevieve said, elects are very, very different and the only ones that provides all what we provide. So despite multiple matchmaking and dating industry experts valuing their services at well over £10,000, we have all decided that we're not going to ask you anything like that, anything for that kind of money. In fact, we're not even going to ask you for half of the course's real value. Instead, we will offer you this exclusive How to Find and Attract the Right Man seminar for you for a 100th of its real value. You must be thinking, what is that going to be? Plus, when you attend this event, you're going to get some extra bonus packages as well. When you attend this event, you will receive a free bonus, which is a £27 ebook on dealing with loneliness. You'll get that straight away. That's bonus number one. Bonus number two, you also receive another ebook on getting your guy, another £27 ebook on getting your guy, and another ebook on Alone No More. Resolve to find that perfect partner and discover the true fulfillment in relationships as well. And bonus number four, 7 ways on how to date the right partner, a video dating course that I provided 7 separate ways on how to find the right partner. And it's a video dating coaching program valued at £97, and it covers you looking in the wrong places and what are the right places. I'm going to cover that. Listening to negative friends and allowing them to influence you. You're surrounded by friends who are single or not in serious relationships. People who do not approach you because of the vibe you send out. Be aware that there is competition out there, and realize that it's not all about you, and you need to be confident that the right partner for you does exist. And I'm going to be touching on, as Genevieve did as well excellently, unrealistic expectations. And that's valued at £97, and you'll be getting this free along with this event. And also the big bonus at the end, you are going to a special bonus here. You're going to actually meet a panel of single men on stage to take questions from you on everything you want to ask men, but we're afraid to ask. So you can write down the questions and give them to us, and we'll ask them on your behalf. Or if you feel bold, which some of you will be, you can ask them directly anything you wanted to ask. within reason. And then you can meet them after the event and mingle with them as well. And we're recruiting men already signed up for that at the moment as well, all for you guys. So let's have a look at what the price is going to be for this event. It's not going to be £497. It's not going to be £397. It's not going to be £297. It's not going to be £197. It's not going to be £97. It's not even going to be £47. This whole event is only going to be £27 for the whole day, which also includes all those bonuses there. So you can book your place on the How to Find and Attract the Right Man by Christmas seminar by going to electclub.co.uk or just go to www.desoconnors.com, where you can go in there, make your purchase of your tickets for the order, and you'll get the bonuses there as well. So we're going to be taking questions soon. So this is what you receive. You get the 3 ebooks. You get the 3 ebooks, video coaching program, and you'll be able to meet the single men at the event as well. Over £200 worth of bonuses as well. And all this is just for £27. So this is what you're going to discover during the this seminar that we're holding there as well. During the one-day dating coaching seminar, you discover the following components: that you have all the answers as to why you are single and how to do a few small achievable tasks each day leading up to Christmas, and why now is the best time ever to have a plan and a strategy in place so that you can be far ahead from the other single women who are searching for the same men as you are. So you'll be ahead of your competition. A step-by-step instructions over 12 weeks leading up to Christmas and how to create opportunities for you to dating several men in a short space of time. So you're going to have 12 different weeks of different things that you can do to increase your chances. So you'll have a plan that you can use, that you can take away with you. The common mistakes that single women always make when they're on their first date and never figure out why he never called back. We're going to be covering that. By hearing from a panel of men, you will learn exactly how to get the men you like to fall for you every single time, and also learn the key stages that you must follow when you see men you like the look of in a public environment, especially when he's walking towards you. How to choose the right man, avoid time wasters, and know which questions to ask him, and make sure he's fully compatible with your values, beliefs, and goals, as this will give you the best possible chance of success. And how to use different social media platforms that will determine whether you both have similar interests, and how to get him to ask you out so quickly you will be so surprised. Learn where all the men you want to date hang out on social media and not on dating sites. This information is like gold dust and will ensure you don't waste huge amounts of time and money. Now, no one is doing this. I've been researching other dating experts and consultants all over the world, and nobody is touching on how you can meet and date people on social media. Remember, it's free and you can do it at the comfort of your home, especially if you have children and you can't get out and about as much. What exactly you are looking for, why you are, and how to make sure you start to attract that type of man, how to figure out why you dated the wrong men in the past, and how to avoid these mistakes in the future and keep your options always open, and the time frame to expect on how you can easily have several dates in a matter of days, and where to go and be able to stand out so that all the men will automatically notice you. And women never think about this option. Do you think about this, ladies, when you go out and you think to yourself, I'm going out with my girlfriends, which going out in large groups is never a good idea, but do you think I'm going to position myself there because that is where all the men can see me? Or are you the type of woman that sits in a corner and puts a table in front of you and talk to your girlfriends all night and on your phone? Are you one of those? Is that what most of you do? Sometimes, yes. Yes, to avoid contacts. Yes, sort of. Brilliant. Brilliant. I don't think most women have a plan. Where you can select professional, single, and interested men. How to get your friends and family to help you to find him as well. Do you know they can actually help you? And how to use Facebook on how to get loads of quality dates in a matter of days, and what apps to use to find the right man as well. Now, these different options available to you and when to choose these at the best time so that you're not even aware of. How to set about having a plan in place with little effort but being smart. Our step-by-step guidance on how to get him to approach you without saying a word and how to apply it as soon as you leave our seminar. And how to position yourself when you see a man that you like the look of. The proven strategy for subtly getting any man you like the look of anywhere to approach you. How to understand men's brains when it comes to dating and relationships as well, which is very, very important. And how to use the secrets we show you to drive the men you like to be crazy about you, and how to establish if he wants to marry you and settle down with you. Up to the minute, an expert guidance on how to always be sexy and confident and how to use your femininity to your advantage, how to get yourself in a situation where you are spoilt for choice of men to have a serious relationship with, and how to wake up every morning sending out a positive energy so that men are drawn to you, and step-by-step weekly instructions on a plan on how to prepare yourself to find him between now and Christmas. So it includes access to the whole day seminar, all these bonuses valued at over £200, only £27. So like I said, you can book your place now. Go to www.electclub.co.uk or www.desoconnors.com. Limited places will be available. This is going to be promoted all over the UK. We're having contacts, we're getting PR, we've got loads of other businesses and dating events that are promoting this event, and it will be sold out. Here's some more testimonials from Elect Club as well, as you can see there. Some more testimonials there. This will be recorded, so don't worry, you can watch this again because I want to take some questions at the end. And like we said, £27. You can book now from Elect Club, or you can call us on 01652 641 351 or 0203, which is Elect 714 5375. Or you can contact us or Des at info@desoconnors.com or Genevieve or Nova at info@electclub.co.uk.